Today on the Scran line, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make these gorgeous, fudgy, really easy to make one bowl brownie cookies, or otherwise known as Brookies. These are festive themed. They're peppermint flavor with crushed candy canes on the outside. Super easy to make, and that filling, cream, cheese, and not too sweet. Absolutely delicious. Let's make them right now. This recipe is fairly easy. In fact, it's really easy. So let's begin with the dry ingredients. We're going to add some flour to a medium-sized mixing bowl, along with some unsweetened cocoa powder, some baking powder, and a little bit of salt for flavor. I'm going to use my whisk to whisk all these ingredients together and just combine them really well. Now, what I want to do is take you over to my stove so I can show you how to melt the chocolate and butter together. What you want to do is you want to add some water at the bottom of a medium-sized saucepan. About 1 inch is good. Then you want to add a heat-proof bowl on top of that. You want to make sure that the bottom of the bowl doesn't touch the water. Add your butter and sugar in there and gently stir it until the two ingredients are mixed together and are smooth. You're going to set that aside to cool down. Now, to a separate large mixing bowl, I'm going to add my eggs, and we have some brown sugar here and just some white caster sugar or superfine sugar. If you can't find superfine sugar, you can make it yourself, or you can just use granulated sugar. We're also going to add a good splash of vanilla extract. Today I'm going to use my handy dandy electric hand mixer. We're going to whisk these for about 5 minutes. The mixture is going to become light and frothy and just absolutely delicious. All right, so this is nice and pale and fluffy. It's absolutely gorgeous. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that chocolate that I melted earlier, and it is still quite warm. So what I want to do is I'm going to add a little bit of this fluffy egg mixture that we just made to the chocolate, just a little bit. I'm just going to mix it together, and this is going to help thin out the chocolate mixture so that when we add it to the rest of the egg mixture that we just made, it's not going to like seize up and harden up. All right, so let's pour all of that chocolate into our egg mixture. I'm going to use my mixer, and we're going to start on low speed to mix this together, and then back up to high speed for a couple of minutes. All right, so that's really well combined. We're going to add all of our dry ingredients in here, and I'm just going to use a spatula to fold these ingredients through until we end up with a dough. That is looking really, really good. So that's well combined. Scooping these is really, really easy. I'm going to be using a cookie scoop, and we just want to lightly spray it with some oil spray and scoop the batter out using the cookie scoop. So the one that I'm using holds about 2 tablespoons of batter, and we are just going to scoop it out onto our baking tray. So 6 to a baking tray. These do look a little bit lopsided once you've scooped them, but they'll even out in the oven. What we're going to do to finish them off is just sprinkle them with a little bit of sea salt flakes, just for some extra flavor. Completely optional, but I think something this sweet, that salt is just going to add more flavor and break the sweetness slightly. So these are going to go in the oven on 170 degrees Celsius, 12 to 14 minutes, and you want to rotate them halfway through. While my cookies are cooling down, and they don't take very long to cool down, I'm going to move on to the rest of the things. So I have some candy canes here. Side note, is there a particular reason why candy canes are so difficult to unwrap? I've unwrapped all of these. I've just roughly kind of broken them, and we're just going to crush them up a little bit with a knife. So onto our chopping board. By the way, guys, what's your favorite holiday candy? Because like when I was little, I was all about the candy canes. I love peppermint and mint anything. So let me know in the comments down below. This filling is really easy to make. It's mostly made out of cream cheese and a couple of other ingredients, and it's just so much better than buttercream. It's not like overly sweet, and it's a delicious filling. So let me show you how to make it. So I've just got a block of cream cheese. I had that sitting out for about an hour and a half to get it to room temperature. We're gonna add in some softened unsalted butter, a little bit of powdered sugar. Now I'm going to be using some milk powder in this. It's going to make it a little bit richer. It's going to stabilize it so it's not like a kind of runny mess, so it's actually pipeable. This is full cream, but you can use skim milk as well. If you can't find this where you are, you can leave it out, but it's not going to be as stiff as pipeable. Good splash of vanilla extract. I'm going to use my electric hand mixer to mix this, beginning on low speed. When you can see no dry ingredients, bring it up to high speed and continue mixing for about 2 or 3 minutes until it's nice and smooth and fluffy. I'm going to add a tiny little bit of peppermint extract. Completely optional, but because these are like candy cane flavored and I love peppermint, I'm going to add it in there. Let's scrape down the bowl just so we can make sure that everything is mixed properly. And then I'm going to mix for another couple more minutes and we're ready to put these together. Let's set that aside. Might pop it over here so you guys can see, because I'm going to transfer this to a piping bag. If you don't have a piping bag, you can just use a Ziploc bag, but if you don't want to be this fancy or like go to this much trouble, you can literally just spoon the mixture on top of the cookies. But because you guys know I'm all about like perfectionism, I'm going to use the piping bag. We don't need a piping tip for this, so let's snip a bit of the end off. This is ready to go. All right, so my cookies baked. These look absolutely wonderful. They smell amazing, and I've already tried one. They're very fudgy, but I will try one on screen. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip half of these over, because we're going to be adding the filling on half of these. Then you pop the cookie on top of the ones you've just frosted. I'm so excited to try these, but we want to do one more step to finish them off. Let's grab our cookies and just kind of roll them around in. How cute is that? These are so cute. I'm so excited to try one of these. I'm going to try one right now and then I'll finish the rest off. But while I'm trying it, guys, I'd love for you to hit the like button. Ooh, that is so delicious. You know what my favorite part about these is? I mean, I'm a fan of peppermint, but like that fudgy cookie is just like everything, and that filling is so delicious and it's not overly sweet. The little sea salt flakes on top of the Brookies, optional, but definitely recommended. I hope you guys enjoyed spending time with me in my kitchen while I made these. If you did, hit the like button, make sure you subscribe, and if you want to watch another delicious video, I have more over there. Click over there and watch another recipe video of mine. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you all on the next episode of the Scran Line. Bye.